Okay, and I want to share my brewing recipe for one of the coffee that we just newly launched, Las Marias from Colombia. So basically this is a coffee that's like super funky, very fruit forward. If you do not enjoy any fruity notes, this is definitely not a coffee that you want to go for. It also tastes very winey. For me, it's also the same thing, but I do know how to make this funky coffee a lot cleaner and more structured and easy to drink. The key here is you need to use the right filter paper. And I highly recommend us to brew funky coffees with TH1 from Cafe. So the density of this filter paper is a lot higher. It means that the microns is a lot smaller, it's more packed. So you will actually filter out more coffee oil than you usually will as compared to other filter paper. So what this does is it helps to give a cleaner cup. You do have to be very careful when we are using TH1. The paper is really soft and it tears very easily. So you want to be very careful. So for funky coffee like this, usually they are highly soluble. One of the key things is you want to use a coarser grind size than you usually would. And I would recommend to use approximately 24 to 26 feet on a Comandante. And with an origami air, I will recommend us to use about 14 to 15 grams. So for today, I will use 14 grams. So for anyone who hasn't been to home ground or playground, basically we are always here to help. If you have any questions at any point of time, you can always ask us through Instagram. The two gentlemen that manage our Instagram, Kenneth and Lorix, they are very well versed with coffee knowledge as well. So if you have anything, you can always ask them. Or if you like, you can always visit us at Teo Hong Road, which is just right across the Ultra Park MRT. We have the space called Playground. So why the name Playground is basically, it's a playground for coffee professionals and coffee lovers. So now we're ready. It's a little bit windy today. So maybe you guys can make a guess where are we shooting at right now. Very close to home ground. So for a very highly soluble coffee like Las Marias, what I will do is I will try to reduce the amount of pores that I have, especially when I'm already using a very coarse grind size. By reducing the amount of pores, I actually get to increase the connect time for my coffee. So for my first pour, I'll be introducing 60 grams of water in circular motion. So today, for today, we'll be using up to 3 pours. The second pour also in circular motion, and I'll stop once I hit 150 grams. And then at 1 minute, I will be doing my last pour in the center, and I'll finish it at 225 grams of water. So especially one thing that you want to pay attention to is, besides looking at the roast date, the processing method, the varietal, the roast degree, another thing that you want to consider, it's always about the solubility of the coffee. How soluble is it? Basically, how easy for you to extract the coffee flavors out from the coffee itself. So the easier it is, you can actually use a coarser grind size and reduce the amount of contact time. And because of how heavily fermented some coffees are, they are usually more soluble and easy to break them into pieces as compared to your wash, honey, and etc. So my preferred method for this coffee, it's a conical with 3 pours, minimum contact time, so to reduce the amount of funky notes to get a cleaner cup. And so what's your preferred method? Share with us in the comments and we look forward to hear from you.